So Trump made a nice comment about Gestapo, and the media is all over it. I'm gonna read this article. This is Yahoo News, so it's just gonna be a dumpster fire. But hey, let's give let's give Yahoo News a shot here because I don't think anybody else is reading them. So I'll read them for him. Here we go. Trump says Biden is running as a Gestapo administration. It's his latest reference to Nazi Germany. I love how they say that, like his latest reference to Nazi Germany, as if Nazi Germany hasn't been referenced for the last, I don't know, whatever, since Trump was first president, basically for the last 8-9 years. But it's only relevant when Trump says something about it. So Donald Trump told Republican donors at his Florida resort this weekend that President Joe Biden is running a Gestapo administration. In case you didn't know what Gestapo is, Gestapo were the police, the Nazi police during Nazi-occupied Germany, that would go around doing the bidding of the Nazi party. So rounding up Jews, that kind of thing, right? So nasty stuff. So obviously him saying that, he's trying to say that, they're a defunct and irreparable, whatever, a disgusting police force, essentially. In the latest example of the former president employing the language of Nazi Germany in his campaign rhetoric, like just those lines already, his campaign rhetoric. The remarks Saturday at Mar-a-Lago were described by people who attended the event and spoke on condition of anonymity to discuss, or anonymity, to discuss the private session. The Gestapo comment, one person said, came as Trump renewed his complaint that Biden's White House is behind the multiple criminal prosecutions of the presumptive GOP nominee, including his ongoing hush money and fraud trial in New York, joke trial, in additional cases stemming from his efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Wow, geez, yeah, who's really getting on board? The Gestapo was the secret police force of the Third Reich that squelched political opposition generally and specifically, and targeted Jewish people for arrest during the Holocaust. Republican Governor Doug Burgum of North Dakota, appearing Sunday on CNN's State of the Union. Oh yeah, okay, of course, that's relevant. Essentially confirmed Trump's statement, but tried to diminish its importance. This was a short comment deep into the thing that wasn't really central to what he was talking about, said Burgum, who was among the contenders to be Trump's running mate. Okay, well, of course he's going to support him then, obviously. Burgum affirmed that Trump drew the parallel as part of his accusation that Biden's White House is behind his legal troubles. A majority of Americans, Burgum said, feel like the trial that he's in right now is politically motivated. Of course it is. Come on. Obviously it's politically motivated. The timing, like, they couldn't have tried him for this kind of stuff years and years and years ago. It has to be now. F out of here. The New York Times first reported Trump's comments after obtaining an audio recording at the Mar-a-Lago event. These police are running a Gestapo administration, Trump told GOP donors, according to the newspaper. It's the only way they're going to win. Biden's re-election campaign blasted the reference. Trump is once again making despicable and insulting comments about the Holocaust, while in the same breath attacking law enforcement. It's fine when the Democrats are calling everybody a Nazi, but when he's saying that the Biden government is basically running a Gestapo, wow, that's a bridge too far, apparently. Celebrating political violence and threatening our democracy, said James Singer, spokesman for the Democrats' campaign, in a statement. Trump's campaign did not immediately respond to an Associated Press request for comment. The AP has not obtained audio of Trump's speech at the fundraiser. Previously in the 2024 campaign, Trump has called political opponents vermin and said, that's funny, and said migrants who cross the U.S.-Mexico border are poisoning the blood of our country. Rhetoric that echoes Adolf Hitler's statements during his authoritarian rule of Germany. So it's fine when they're referencing, Hitler and Germany and and all that. But when he's saying Gestapo, not good. Like, hypocrisy is real, people. I know nothing about Hitler, Trump insisted in a December interview on conservative talk radio. I have no idea what Hitler said other than what I've seen on the news. And that's a very entirely different thing than what I'm saying. A second person who was at Mar-a-Lago this weekend described to the AP a stem-winding luncheon appearance in which Trump mixed his grievances with optimistic GOP cheerleading. Speaking for at least 90 minutes, Trump promised the gloves are coming off against Biden. The second Republican recalled, At another point, Trump called up several GOP congressional figures to the stage and referred to the many Republicans vying to be his vice president pick. They're lining up and begging, Trump said, according to one attendee. Several presumed contenders circulated in the crowd and were given strategic speaking roles or lead panel discussions. Among the standouts, the Republicans said, were Republican Senators Tim Scott of South Carolina, Marco Rubio of Florida, and J.D. Vance of Ohio. Okay, that's enough of this. Yeah, so Trump says stuff. Who cares, man? He says funny stuff, and yeah, if you don't have to agree with him about mostly anything, but I think everybody kind of sees this is a political persecution. They're just trying to get him to stop running for president. If he stopped running, I guarantee all these trials, all this stuff, it would just all go away. But anything they can to destroy him. But the minute he says something like this, it's like, oh, he's bringing up Nazi stuff. Well, it seemed to be okay when you were doing it, so I think it's okay for everybody.